Hey, welcome to another proven sales letter breakdown video. My name is Csaba, and for 100 days, I'm breaking down proven ads from the best copywriters of all time, including older ones, but also newer ones. And today, I got a pretty new promotion for to share with you, and I think it's still running. And I know for a fact that it's one of the best performing front end offers in the whole Agora sphere. So this is definitely something that's pulling in hundreds of thousands of customers, maybe more than 1 million customers. I don't know the exact specifics, but I just know that this has been one of the best performing front-end promos for one of the Agora affiliate companies, and maybe even the whole Agora over the last few years. So it's called the single stock retirement play. And after analyzing it, it's not really that hard to guess why. It's just, it has such an easy to understand big idea. And the big idea is just that, you can retire, you can create a kick-ass retirement portfolio just by investing in a $3 stock, and that's it. So it's really, really simple and easy to understand for almost anyone. And just like any good sales letter, there's a unique promise. There's unquestionable proof, there's a user-friendly proposition, and basically everything just works in favor of really selling this message to the target audience, which is the typical target audience that we've seen before in these sales letter breakdowns before. So basically, senior citizens or people who have more money, they want to invest it, they want to retire comfortably, they want to make more money from their existing money, they want to grow their wealth, they want to preserve their wealth, but also people who just, they are interested in the stock market, they want to do something about it, but it's complicated for them. They've tried several solutions before, but all of them failed. So if your target audience is in such a competitive niche and they've seen so many offers before, it really is your responsibility to make sure that your version, your promotion just goes above and beyond to position the product as something really superior. So this was actually sent to me by my buddy Brandon Fredrickson. So cheers to you, Brandon. Thank you so much for sending me this swipe and for mentioning it. And also, to my best knowledge, this was written by actually Todd Skousen. So he's a copy chief at the Oxford Club. So congratulations to him for creating such a nice winning promotion that has been a control for such a long time. But let's just jump into it and see, what's happening here. However, before I do that, if you're enjoying these videos, definitely consider liking the video, subscribing to the channel if you're new here, and also sharing this type of video with others, maybe some copywriter friend of yours, or marketers, media buyers, business owners, anyone who's interested in high-level copy or who want to make sure that their marketing messages are on point. So with that being said, let's see what's happening here. So the headline is very simple. It just says the single stock retirement play. So here, single stock, basically, it assumes that this is something, there's a secret here. And as we're going to see, this is actually a secret lead. And I've talked about lead types before. If you're not familiar with that, check out this. I'm going to have a link below this video in the description section. You can find the entire playlist in the entire proven sales letter breakdown playlist there, and around video 25, 30, something like that, I covered all the major lead types in specific videos of their own. So definitely make sure to check it out. But this one's a secret lead, and the headline itself already teases something like this. It says the single stock. Okay, but like which one? Which is the single one? People always want to know the answer, the one thing, the simple something. And that's why I think this one works. And then the subhead says, here's why this $3 stock should be the cornerstone of your portfolio. So here's why. This is basically how Simon Sinek, came up with the idea of start with why. So this immediately sets up an argument, a persuasive argument. And then this $3 stock, it teases at the secret. It promises something that's easily achievable because it's just $3, so anybody can buy it. But like this, and what is it, right? And even though this sales letter is like 43 pages long, we still don't know, we still don't get to discover this stock. So everything is there to get people to request for the free special report, basically, that reveals this stock. But the only way to get access to the special report and like 7 other bonuses is to subscribe to the paid newsletter, the paid I think it's a physical newsletter. And this has been the business model for these types of promotions for many years. And then we also have a little image of Alexander Green, who is like the guru behind this whole thing. So he is the expert who is the brand name, the brand voice for this company, for this product even. And he says, I always hated penny stocks until I discovered this hidden gem trading under a secret name. So what a nice little, another jab at the secret, but at the same time, it's also an objection handling element, because at this point, a lot of people might be, yeah, okay, $3 stock, but I heard that penny stocks are terrible, actually. Well, he even says that, I always hated penny stocks until I discovered this hidden gem trading under a secret name. Okay, that explains why I haven't heard about this before. So it's quite an advanced thing. So as I said, this is the secret lead, and let's see what's happening here. I'm just gonna read the entire lead for you, and I think it goes until this part, and then just like always, because there are time constraints to these videos, we're just gonna skim through the rest of the promotion itself, and I'm gonna tell you what's happening here. So we start with a brief intro, a very brief intro. Dear reader, hi, I'm Alexander Green, Chief Investment Strategist of the Oxford Cop. Then we follow it up with setting expectations. And today I'm going to show you how a modest investment in a single $3 stock could become the cornerstone of your retirement in the coming years. I call it the single stock retirement play. Okay, pretty interesting. Then we follow it up with a claim, and then we back up the claim with a proof element. So it goes like this. Some might find the idea that 1 or 2 stocks could make your portfolio outlandish, yet many thousands of Americans have already done it, including me. In fact, I've done it 3 times. I invested in Apple in 1996 and 1997 and still hold every share. I bought Netflix in 2005 and still hold every share. And I bought Amazon in 2005 and 6 and still hold every share. These were modest investments. Okay, interesting. Then we can continue with the contextualization, because this says, but those 3 stocks individually have gone up between 91 and 881 times in value. So here, this is easier for people to imagine, because yes, obviously, everyone knows that Amazon and Netflix and these types of hero stocks have gone up a lot in value, but like they don't know exactly how much. And by saying, like a 100x return or almost 1000x return, wow, that's really saying something. That's the power one great single stock can have in your portfolio of stocks. In fact, as you're about to see, a little bit of future pacing, the 20 wealthiest men and women in America today made their fortunes thanks largely to a single stock. But before I tell you more, let's get one thing straight. If you're going to retire on one stock, it has to be the perfect stock. So this just hooks people in. It establishes a unique new opportunity, for most people. And then it also opens a little loop, teasing at something like, but before I tell you more, let's get one thing straight. So I'm going to tell you more, so keep reading. And then the first subhead, this is kind of like, in my opinion, part of the big idea that I mentioned before. It's very important to have a good big idea for these types of promotions. It says the perfect stock. So it's easy to grasp, right? So how cool would it be to have a kick-ass retirement portfolio just made up by a single stock that's easy to get into, reliable, and makes you a bunch of money? Wouldn't you want that? Well, of course you would. So that's exactly what's happening here. And then we ask a philosophical question saying that, what should this dream stock look like in real life? And then we get a few qualification elements for the stock itself. This is just there to get the person reading more and more. And basically it's kind of like a mental checklist for people as well, showcasing that there's a lot of demands for a perfect stock, but over the course of the sales letter, we're going to prove that this stock actually just ticks all these boxes. So then we see the secret once again, saying that, but most of all, there's this one key element to a perfect stock, and it's like, it's undiscovered. Nobody knows about it, not even 1 in 50,000 regular investors. And even I, as what's his name, Alexander Green, even I, Alexander Green, has just discovered it. The question is, why are so many household tech names turning to this one obscure company? Well, because it has something no one else has. And it amassed all the largest patents in the world. So this is a little explanation on why the reader should actually care about this company. Because sure, anybody can claim that there's this one company that if you invest in it, you're gonna retire a millionaire. But why should they even care about this? Like, it's just a claim. Yeah, but like in the lead itself, we get an explanation, we get a reason why behind this stock and why you should care about it. And suddenly, for the reader, it starts to make sense. It's, oh, okay, I see the opportunity there. This small company has 50,000 patents registered globally, and most big companies are always paying for these patents, so that makes sense. That's why, and then the copy naturally goes to this. It amplifies the curiosity a little bit, but it also like makes a prediction by saying that, this company is expected to hit $179 billion by the end of 2021. And at this point, people are like, whoa, that's some impressive stuff here. And then naturally, an objection comes up. And the objection of people at this point is that, okay, but wait a minute, why is this so cheap? Like, if this company is so good, like it has such a big like expectations for high revenue, how come it's so cheap? Well, let me explain. The reason why it's so cheap, and once again, we have a reason why. And we've talked about the importance of reason why before many times here. It's really important because people are not stupid. David Ogilvy said that your ideal customer isn't stupid, she's your wife. So you should talk to these people as, you should obviously like formulate your sentences in a very easy to understand way, but you shouldn't consider them stupid. You have to give them a logical explanation as well on why they should care about this, instead of just appealing to their emotions. Both are important. But I like how the sales letter is starting to explain, like why it's so cheap. Well, it's because the company is trading under a secret name. Okay, now again, it makes sense. So, okay, now I see the opportunities here. And then the sales letter makes another unique promise. It adds some urgency as well, and this is the end of the lead. And I like how this urgency is organic urgency. It makes sense for the urgency. It says, but you'll need to move extremely fast. A major multi-billion-dollar deal that involves both Apple and 50,000 jobs is about to bring the secret company into the mainstream. As it unfolds, people across America will be buzzing with excitement as they finally discover the astonishing upside potential and the secret identity of this breakthrough company. So, hey, I'm not gonna pressure you, but even if you're remotely interested, you should probably move now, because otherwise it's gonna be too late and you won't be able to get in at $3 anymore. You're gonna get in at like, I don't know, $30. So then most of the gains is already gone. So if you want that, then please do something now. So we get a little subhead again, just reiterating the unique new opportunity, saying that this is really something unique. Alexander Green says, I've never recommended something like this before. Okay, so it really is a unique new opportunity. And it's interesting why they didn't include the name of his name once again, because this is the part after the lead. We always get a little authority build up on who you are and why I should trust you as a reader. So the copy probably should have said, hi, once again, my name is Alexander Green, and I'm the chief investment strategist at the Oxford Club. So it's just my opinion. I think it would make it a little bit better, but obviously it's like already super high level, this copy. So we get a little authority buildup. We have a little visualization of his track record, how, you know, he led a service that basically beat the market in terms of returns for their clients. And he even says something that's counterintuitive, and this is there to, like, whenever you want to keep like hold people's attention, it's usually a good idea to sometimes include something that's counterintuitive, something that most people don't really believe, or it goes against the status quo, because the status quo is that you should diversify your portfolio. But here he actually says, you know, sometimes too much diversification is not a good idea. And yes, I said it, and I'm sure a few CPAs regarding this just fainted, but it's true nonetheless. And I'm not saying you should pull all your money in one stock. I invest in a wide range of stocks. What I am saying is that it's just one or two stocks that can make your retirement. Apple, Netflix, and Amazon have been that one for me. So what the big idea is getting at here is that you can get rich just with a single stock. You can make it, and you just have to find the next Apple, the next Amazon, and next Netflix. And obviously, to find it, you gotta have insider information. And this secret is the insider information to get there. So a little bit of belief shifting is happening here. Then we get a little head nodding copy saying that, you know, basically just kind of implicit proof elements that drive home this message, that drive home the fact that, you know, all these billionaires here, they became rich because they owned the majority of their portfolio was made up by these stocks, and they went up in value so much. And sure, you know, then there's going to be an objection handling element that says, sure, you know, they are the founder of these companies. What about others in the companies? Well, it's the same thing. Like, even other employees at the company, they got preferred stock, for example, and they also became like millionaires just by holding the company's stock. So then we have a little bit of proof, because this is basically a claim, and each time we make a claim, we gotta back it up with proof. You know, thousands of Americans have retired by identifying just one great stock to include in their portfolios. And then we get a few case studies that serve as proof elements. And this is very important. Again, as I said, this market has seen so many claims before, so many marketing pitches, and you really have to differentiate yourself. And notice how all this, it seems like a dissertation paper. It doesn't seem like a sales page, a marketing pitch, but it is a marketing pitch, but it's very valuable. And that's what Gary Bencivenga always said, that you should make your advertisement itself valuable. This is giving people value. It's showing something. It's driving a point home. It's putting out the hypotheses and it's proving it. So it's kind of like a dissertation paper. So we have these little formulaic elements here, introducing a stock, for example, Microsoft, showing a chart how much it appreciated since its founding, contextualizing it so that people can actually understand, even saying specifically like, hey, if you put $2,000 in this, if you had put it in like back in the day, now that would be worth $2 million. So yeah, this just triggers people's greed glands, and they're gonna feel like, yeah, I mean, I missed this boat, but like, I'm sure there has to be another stock that it's gonna be the next Microsoft or the next Apple or the next Netflix in like 10 years. But what can it be? Well, maybe it's this one. And then we get a little info that this worked for average people as well, because at this point some readers might consider, yeah, but this only works for like pro investors. I'm not a pro investor. No, it works for average people as well. I mean, if it worked for someone who like I don't know, a bowling enthusiast, he made $5 million, it can definitely work for you as well. Then we have proof case study number 2, which is a little bit shorter. I learned this from Clayton Makepeace, by the way, and I checked out several of Clayton's stuff before. Definitely go and look at those videos in the playlist. I think it's worth it. Clayton invented a lot of modern day copywriting techniques that we still use to this day, and he came up with this concept that whenever you introduce these case studies or you talk about ingredients in a supplement or something like that, the first one should be pretty long, in depth. The second one should be a little bit shorter. The third one shorter. Fourth one shorter. And the fifth one, if you get to that point, should be even shorter, because that gives people the feeling that they're making progress, and that increases readership levels basically, and the more people read your promotion, the more likely they're going to convert. So we have case study number 3 as proof. We have case study number 4. We have more proof, of what Alexander Green actually did, like how he retired on one stock on Netflix, for example. But this was just the beginning. He actually retired. He has many other stocks as well. He has a proven track record. Everything here is there to just establish him as an authority, and to establish that he knows what he's talking about. He has an established proven track record, and you need a lot of proof for this because people are more skeptical than ever, and that's why the sales page has to be this long. That's why it has to be 43 pages here, because if you're pitching a unique new opportunity, and especially something that sounds almost like incredible, unreal, then you gotta back it up with as much proof as possible. And during the time, the copywriter also includes many open loops by saying stuff like, and in a moment I'm going to show you how to buy this company under its secret name. But first, let me tell you more about it and why it's the perfect stock. Founded by a blue-collar worker with just $7,500. So once again, we have more reason why copy, but this one's also a rags to riches story. And most people, they love rags to riches stories. It basically means that someone who shouldn't have been qualified to do something impressive like this, came from nothing almost. He was a blue-collar worker or something. He became the hero who founded this mega, super big company. We instinctively love these stories, these types of hero stories, and it just pulls people's attention in more and more. It makes them read more and more. And then we even get a little explanation of how the company behind this stock works. Because remember, for a secret lead to work, you cannot really give away the secret. You basically have to tease the secret and talk around it and present so many things about it. Just basically just tell them everything about the how and the why, but don't give them the what. Okay, don't give them what this is, but you can talk about anything else. And it's super powerful because it creates this emotional I would say even stress in people, and the only way to alleviate that type of stress is to buy the damn product and discover the secret. In fact, they're going to get the product for free when they buy the paid newsletter. And this is the typical type of offer presentation that's happening in these types of promotions. But, we just have a logical description of this rags to riches story, what's behind this company. At this point, people want to know, okay, if I were to invest in this company, why should I care? How do I know whether I can trust this company even? And that's why a story for a company is important. Think about it, for Apple, for Microsoft, for any other company, Zappos, for example. It's so important to have a brand story, a company story. It showcases the mission, the vision, all these things, and people can identify it with it way more compared to just putting out a heartless corporate message. Nobody cares about that. But regarding stories, people are interested. We even have a little visualization here, how the company closed all these nice contracts with various big corporations. So once again, here lies the opportunity, is that, okay, you might have missed Microsoft and Amazon and Apple and Nvidia or something, but you're not gonna miss this company that is needed and valued by all these big companies whose stocks have already risen too much. But now here lies the opportunity for you to make a lot of money within an alternative company. So we have more specifics and contextualization. As you can see, we established this company, the $3 stock. We don't know what it is. We just know that it's a $3 stock. We established this as superior to everything else. Look at this. Alphabet, which owns Google, costs $1,400 at the time of this writing this sales page originally. Now it's probably more expensive. IBM is around the same because I own IBM. That's how I know. Facebook is also probably more expensive, but yeah, it contextualizes it for people. And then we get even more reason why, like why this company is the patent king, why, you know, each time a company has to like build lithium ion batteries and printing devices and cleaning robots and smart TVs and all the things that we use today and are essential in our economy, they have to like pay this small little obscure company a lot of money for their patents. So we illustrate the point even more with a little story called Balchem. So no-name stocks work best for your single stock retirement party or play. This is just to drive home the point that, you know, don't believe that a single like unknown stock can make you rich. Well, just look at this one. This Balchem stock, you know, it crushed it and it created like 107,000% gains for people. So this triggers people's so-called greed glands. And look at it. If you were to invest $2,000 in it today, you would have $2.5 or $2.1 million. So this is there for people to start feeling like, shit, you know, I missed out the first time. Next time, for sure, I cannot miss out anymore. Then we have another example, you know, more proof elements. Each one is a proof element. Like Danaher, probably you never heard about it, but look at this gain, right? More gains. And then more proof, even more proof. Look at this one. Altair Corporation, 1,200,000% gains. That's crazy. Like if you were to invest $100, you would you would be worth 1.1 million today. And then look at this, Jack and Henry. This is also awesome. So we have a lot of proof elements. We're driving home the point that yes, everything that I'm mentioning here is possible. And this is an honest talk at this point. You know, some people might be skeptical. They might be feeling, okay, but where's the catch? And you know, as a copywriter, you have to be honest about these things. People are not stupid, and your job is to basically come up with people's objections before they come up with them themselves. Okay, so your job is to just you know, count with these things and preemptively answer all these objections. So then after this honest talk, we just remind them of the prediction, saying that, you know, this company is anonymous now, but that won't be the case for a long time. So if you're interested, and then definitely start paying attention right now. But by the way, here's why you've never heard about this stock before. And we have even more reason why copy, so that it makes sense for people. So at this point, we have some authority build up for the founder of the company, like more authority build up. We have a little unique mechanism of the solution, like actually why, so even more reason why copy, basically why this company is valued so highly by certain other companies. Then we shift a little bit to mentioning Wall Street, and you got to know that this audience, they hate Wall Street, they hate these crooked institutions, and you know, but they also feel that, you know, Wall Street always has the best insider info. And if we tease that, you know, Fidelity is now buying $400 million worth of shares, iShares is backing up the truck with $655 million invested, and Vanguard is buying $1 billion worth of shares. I mean, that signals some things. That signals that even Wall Street, who are like usually the smartest guys in these things, they're the insiders. They know that something's up. So if you're interested, if you don't want to get left out, and you know, FOMO is always, fear of missing out, is always very, very powerful in these financial promos. So if you don't want to miss out, then you should definitely get on this right now before the big deal happens, which would skyrocket the value of this stock. So then we have more information about this deal, how, you know, just reminding people that this is just $3, so anyone can get in. We have some philosophical questions like, okay, so it's $3, but will it go that high as like IBM or like Netflix or Google? Like, where is gonna stop? This is there just to engage people's imagination. So then finally, we get a little, we get introduced to the special report, the free special report that we're giving away. your chance to discover this stock that we've been building up until this point can be yours. It's called the Single Stock Retirement Play, how to retire on this obscure $3 stock. It can be yours for free. Look at it, revealed inside. You're gonna discover the stock's real name. The copywriter knows that at this point people are itching to find it out. The stock's secret trading name and how to get in at $3. So all things that our people care about. And very interestingly, we have a Crossroads close at this point, and usually we have this way later on in the promotion, like almost towards the end. But the Crossroads close basically means that you give people two options. You say, okay, so you have two options. Either you do nothing and then you miss out, and then you're gonna keep struggling and everything bad is going to keep happening to you, etc., etc. Or you take the smart step, we're gonna make it as easy as possible for you, and then you can benefit from everything and your life is gonna change. So take the position now while the stock is still cheap. And every time you see the company in the news, you can smile knowing your stock is likely moving up. But ignore this opportunity and then you're gonna miss out and you're gonna feel terrible. So since this is basically a promise and a claim here, everything, we gotta back it up with a big track record / proof element here. Again, reiterating people that, me as Alexander Green have predicted so many times before successfully. It's very important in these financial promotions to do so. I predicted this, I predicted that, I predicted a few other things. Again, we have this little contextualization, visualization element here. Everywhere we have proof everywhere, even more proof. And then we tie it back to the special report, the how the single stock retirement play, we tie it back. And then after that, people are definitely sold. They want this whole thing, but it's still hard for them to maybe imagine how their life would look like after something like this. So that's why we actually paint the dream, so-called paint the dream, which means that, what would you do if you had $1 million portfolio? This is a philosophical question, but it gets people's juices flowing, and they start imagining themselves. They start thinking about how they're going to buy this boat and how they're going to take long vacations, and they're going to send their grandkids to college and all these cool stuff. Well, everything can be yours if you send, or when you send for your free single stock retirement play, how to retire on this obscure $3 stock little thing here. But wait, there's more. So just like any good pitch, it has more bonuses. People just love bonuses. And you're gonna cover several other desires that they have. So it's not enough to just give them this one. Even then, it would already be better than the other pitches, like many of the other pitches. But you give them this core bonus, and then you give them special bonus number 1, 10 Baggers of Tomorrow, the official portfolio guide. So this is like, okay, there's this $3 stock, which is great, but I have like 10 other stocks which only gonna have a modest 1,000% return, but it's still okay, right? Can I send it to you? Well, of course you can. Then we have special bonus number 2, the all-star portfolio strategy. Everybody just wants basically copy-paste portfolio strategies. Special bonus number 3, the 10% CD, the safest way to collect double-digit income annually. I don't know exactly what CD is, but yeah, it's some new investment strategy. So check it out. It's all yours. And this is the place where we finally get introduced to the main paid product. It says, and you can receive everything I've promised just by joining me in my monthly newsletter, the Oxford Communiqué. So what a nice little elegant pitch, right? You get everything. All you have to do is to just join me in the Oxford Communiqué. You can be part of the cool kids, and you get all these bonuses to boot as well, because it's a community of freedom seekers, right? People will love freedom. They want freedom. They don't just want money for the sake of owning money. They want money because money buys freedom. It buys choices. So that's like the benefit of the benefit. So as a copywriter, you gotta go beyond these things, right? And if you want people to care about your stuff, you gotta give them this freedom and other type of benefits that they get when they request this product. So then we got a little unique selling proposition of the Oxford communique. It basically said that it's basically a unique thing. Like, it positions it as the only choice. It's the only choice that gives you the freedom, and it's the only choice that helps you navigate the markets. And it's done by the best known financial writers. Also, it doesn't hurt that the Oxford Club has like a very strong brand image. So probably the copywriter had a little bit easier time selling to people because he has a very powerful brand behind this promotion, the Oxford Club. So then we follow it up with proof. Like, we've helped other members thrive during every major market downturn. We have testimonials. It's very interesting that we don't have like pictures for people. Probably it's because of compliance or legal reasons or something, but it's very interesting. But as you can see, we made the claim, we back it up with proof. We also qualify people here. Many of our members are regular folks with only $10,000 or so to invest, while others are multi-millionaires. So we qualified people here. And then we get 3 extra bonuses as well, in addition to the 3 bonuses that we mentioned. So we get our brand new Multi-Millionaires Handbook. It's a cool little thing. We have some nice fascinations. Very simple fascinations on what's inside. You get a second bonus, the New York Times bestseller Beyond Wealth, the Roadmap to a Rich Life, and then also this HD video set of my Millionaire Market private sessions. All very valuable stuff. And now we're moving into the close section of the sales letter, so it's time to do the price drop and the price anchor as well, among other things. And we get a price anchor at $349, like how, just these 3 bonuses alone are $349. But look at all the things that you receive. You receive access to all our mother trading portfolios. You get weekly portfolio updates. You get Oxford Insight emails. You get special investor reports. You get like special only members area, all the cool bonuses. Just look at it. Like, we have a nice valuable mock-up so that people feel like they can get their hands on something. They get a lot of things. And then we also get this value build-up of things. Everything is valued, like how much the value of it is, and it comes out to be $865, which is, wow, I'm getting all this value, but then how much do I have to pay for it? It's a good question. We don't immediately give it to people. At first, we follow this up with proof, because at this point, this is one of the highest friction points here. At this point, many people are going to be like, yeah, I'm not sure about this. So we just back it up with some proof more. But we also salivate their greed glands at the same time. So we back things up with proof, but we don't let them forget all the cool benefits that they're gonna get, and how this is one of the biggest new opportunities out there. And then we get the final price reveal, which is $249, which at this point it already seems like a very nice price, right? Like, we lowered this almost by 4 times, like 3.5 times, and it already feels like a great price. But if you've seen Agora letters before, you definitely know that this isn't the type of yearly price that most people are paying. Almost every single one of their front-end offers has a $49 absolute lowest price. So, I just want to give you a risk-free subscription to the Oxford Communique today for just $49, our absolute lowest price. So at this point, it seems like a steal, right? You get all these things valued at $865 for $49. And the final kicker, there's also a no-brainer risk reversal. You always have to include a risk reversal in these types of offers. Basically, it's simple. If you don't like it, you get your money back. I think this could be expanded a little bit. We've seen risk reversals before that are so much more powerful, like a few megalogs that I covered before, or boardroom megalogs, for example. They have much more comprehensive guarantee sections, and sometimes it's worth it to like spend a little bit of extra effort there. But hey, maybe I don't see the numbers behind this. I don't see the heat map. Maybe for this audience, this works really well. But in general, if you can give a reason why, like a deeper reason why behind your guarantee, or like give them even more reassurance, make it even more personal, the better it's going to perform. So then we're at the end of the pitch. We just give people more urgency, remind them that, hey, you know, you get all this. It's a great price. It's a steal. You get all the free bonuses. It's no risk, you know, you can join today, you can cancel it if you don't like it, but you got to do it now, because otherwise you're going to miss out, just like the last few times when you missed out, and it hurt, didn't it? It was terrible. And then if you do it now, here's what you can expect. Like we just basically hypnotize people with all these gains. Like, look at these gains, man, everything, mad gains, bro. And if you want it, then definitely do it now. We have a very non-aggressive call to action with a little bit of future pacing, like, hey, I trust that you're going to make the smart choice. And then we have the little call to action, which is clickable here. Interesting. Okay, we're going to also see the little order form. Interesting. You know what? In the next video, I'm going to break down this order form as well, because most good copyright, like these letters, after people click the link here, they get taken to the order form, which again is specifically optimized to convert people. And as you can see, this is almost like a sales letter on its own. It's a shorter one, but it just makes sure that you know, people actually do the right choice, and it alleviates all their potential objections. We get reminded of all the cool things we get, the guarantees, and also consider the fact that not all people are going to read every single thing here. They're just gonna like skim through it. They're gonna scroll down. They see the bonuses, and they're gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna give it a shot. Why not? I mean, it's risk-free. And then for them, it's so nice to have like a little overview, a summary, executive summary of all the good things. But in the next video, I'm going to break this one down. But for now, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, then smash the like button right now. Also subscribe to the channel if you're new here. I'm doing these daily videos daily now, and if you subscribe and also click the little notification icon, you'll get quality videos like this delivered straight to your notification center. But if you don't want the notification, then don't click the little icon there. In any case, if you enjoyed it, definitely help me spread the word so that this reaches more people. Send it with a friend, maybe someone who's interested in this, because there's not many like in-depth reviews on YouTube like this, especially for free. So if you can help with this, I definitely appreciate it. But thanks for watching. You're awesome, and I'm gonna see you in the next one.